We have Devin, the American Dream Haney, versus Brian Norman Jr. going down in Riyadh. The way I see this fight, Devin Haney has two options. He can either fight Brian Norman Jr. the way he fought Regis Prograis, which I think is the most dominant performance of his career thus far, or he can play it as safe as he possibly could and not wanting to get exposed again or might get exposed again, the way he fought Jose Ramirez and let all his opportunity go out the window that Turki Al-Sheikh is giving out. No more big money, no more big stages, and no more big matchmaking. You heard Turki Al-Sheikh. He is done. He is tired of this Tom and Jerry boxing. I know he didn't say no specific names, but you know damn well that went out towards Devin Haney and William Skull. He doesn't have time for another disaster like May 2nd and May 3rd. And as of right now, Devin Haney's stock is the lowest it could possibly be, right? Let's go further back in time, right? Let's take a trip back. He took an ass whooping by Ryan Garcia. This is the first time we've ever seen Devin Haney on his ass in his career. It was shocking to everybody. And Ryan Garcia was off the rails and everybody expected Devin Haney to win. Devin Haney loses that fight. Then comes out that Ryan Garcia popped for PEDs. Devin Haney decides to sue Ryan Garcia. It lands up being a no contest. I can't speak for everybody, but 80-90% of the boxing community felt like that was the softest shit that Devin Haney could have done, and they felt like he should have got his get back how Miguel Cotto got his get back against Margarito. That's how the boxing community felt. At least that's how I felt. And I'm pretty sure that's how most of you guys felt too. And then, after that, he takes some time off boxing, right? He's dealing with this whole mess that he has with Ryan Garcia. And I didn't know if Devin Haney was ready physically, mentally. And then his get back fight was supposed to show the world he wasn't that fighter who stepped in the ring with Ryan Garcia. That had to do with the PEDs. That's the reason why he looked the way that he looked. But most of us didn't believe that. It's boxing. Shit like that happens. So Jose Ramirez is supposed to be his get back fight. This is his time to win his fans over, to win the boxing community over, right? And then he pulls the shit that he did, running around the entire damn ring for 12 rounds, wasted everybody's time and wasted everybody's money. So now, after that performance, Devin Haney's career and stock in boxing, in my opinion, just fucking crashed right into the floor. And now, he's officially moving up to 147, which I believe that Devin Haney is still an elite fighter. I just think he didn't want to get exposed again. He didn't want to get hit with heavy shots, knowing the type of fighter Jose Ramirez is. A very pushing forward fighter, right? A pressure fighter, a Mexican style fighter. I don't think he was physically and especially mentally ready and didn't want to get exposed again. And now you're officially moving up to 147 against a hard-hitting, athletic, talented Brian Norman Jr. Now, I know damn well Turki Al-Sheikh is going to make this ring as small as he possibly could. So Devin Haney doesn't have no choice but to fight. And this fight, if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad, it's going to be completely entirely up to Devin Haney. Because if you want to run and you really don't want to get hit, then you can do that. I know people are saying, well, fighters should have cut off the ring, and if you have an IQ, you should know how to do that. We all know Brian Norman Jr. is going to come to fight, especially coming off his last performance and possibly might having KO of the year, and knowing Turki Al-Sheikh is most likely going to make that ring small to force Devin Haney to fight. Brian Norman Jr. really doesn't have nothing to lose. He has everything to gain. This is his first big legacy and money fight of his career. Because most likely in Brian Norman Jr.'s future in boxing, I see him getting a lot more bigger names in this sport. Especially if he can have a dominant performance over Devin Haney. But that just really depends on how Devin Haney's going to show up to fight. But Brian Norman Jr.'s first big money legacy fight, the biggest stage he's going to fight on, you know he's going to come to make a bigger statement than he made in his last fight. But in reality, Devin Haney checks way more boxes than Brian Norman Jr. does. He has the ring experience. He has the opponent experience. Linares, Gamboa, George Kambosos, Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, right? Brian Norman Jr. hasn't been in there with those big names like Devin Haney has. Devin Haney has that ring experience. He has those ring hours with championship elite fighters. And this brings me back to Brian Norman Jr. He's hungry. He's ready. He's going to come to make even a bigger statement than he made in his last fight. So Devin Haney can either take a chance and really box and fight with Brian Norman Jr., which is a huge, huge risk because you know Brian Norman Jr. is going to capitalize on what Ryan Garcia exposed, or he can show up and fight like he fought Jose Ramirez and let every single opportunity go out the window for him, because I highly doubt Turki Al-Sheikh is going to continue to work with Devin Haney if he does show up and fight like that. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.